Hi friends, this is Mrs. Pattay, and I'm going to be your kindergarten teacher for this school year. I'm really looking forward to all the fun that we're going to have, but I know that sometimes starting something new can be a little bit scary and even make you a little bit nervous. So I thought it would be really cool to read you a story that I found about a little raccoon named Chester who's a little afraid to go to school for the first time, and his mother has a special secret that's going to help him feel better. The story is called The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends, and play with my toys, and read my books, and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" He looks so sad. He's got tears in his eyes. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first, but you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys, a lot like you'll do. Read new books and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Wonder what that secret could be. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand." "The kissing hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with special warmth. Look at all the hearts and the love that's coming from her kiss. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you.' And that kiss will jump to your face and fill you with warm thoughts." That sounds like a great idea. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick." See, the kissing hand never washes away. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even school. Looks like Chester's getting more excited about going to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtfully. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. There's his school. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her, and with a gentle goodbye and "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. And you can see he's leaving Mommy behind, and he's starting to go with his other friends into his tree school with the rabbits and the deer and the fox. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and into the school. And as the hoot owl rang the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. "Chester loves you," it sang. "Chester loves you." And there they are in their night school with their teacher, the owl, and all the learning and fun that's going to happen for Chester. I love you. Remember, boys and girls, if you're a little bit scared or nervous for the first day of school, remember you can have Mommy or Daddy, Grandma or Grandpa, even a brother or a sister help you make your kissing hand. But don't forget, whoever makes your kissing hand, remember to make them a kissing hand for themselves so that they have something to remember you by when you're at school learning and having fun. And I cannot wait for our first day. Remember to get a good night's sleep and bring your kissing hand and a smile. Bye-bye.